Hello, everyone. I just realized I should have some peaceful Langrisser music in the background. But it's too late for that. Alright, I am just going to get myself set up with the spreadsheet and the random numbers. And then we'll be ready to start rolling, literally rolling. And I'm starting a couple minutes early just to make sure that we're up and running here. I actually just got in from the gym. So, getting organized. The main thing is we want to make sure that we get everyone ready, fighting the right people that they're supposed to fight. Okay. So I'll just give people another minute or so to stream in, and then we'll get the ball rolling here. There's not much sense in really holding out for a huge audience since this is largely administrative, but there is going to be some hype involved, especially if you're one of the players who's advanced to the next round and you want to start doing recon on your opponent and, you know, figure out what kind of box they played in the previous round and whatnot. So I guess while we're waiting for people from the Summit der Langrisser to show up, I will just basically very quickly go over what we've got here on our spreadsheet. So first up, we have the 8 seeded players who were the high-ranked players from the last tournament. Those players essentially get a bye through the first round of eliminations. So they don't have to fight anyone in this first elimination round. They're each going to be randomly sorted into one of these seed positions. And they fight nobody, essentially, to move forward. The next thing we have is the list of 48 people who advanced from the initial round robins. And there's still at least 1 or 2 tiebreakers that are happening tonight. So at least one of the groups, like the group that I'm in, for example, with Tranforce and Yangus, we haven't finished our tiebreaker matches yet. So that's going to be kind of a placeholder when that gets sorted into one of these slots. But we'll know who that's going to be after tonight. And essentially what I'm going to be doing is using Dongo's old favorite randomizer, the Wheel of Names, to pick people's names and then slot them into these positions. And the way it works is whoever shares one of these little boxes, that's going to be your opponent for the next round. So whoever's in this slot, number 1, gets to fight against whoever's in this slot, and so on and so forth. And you can actually start scheduling when you get your opponent. You can start scheduling right away and get your matches in as quickly as possible. There's no reason not to get your matches done right away. So since you only have to fight one person in a best of 3, the deadline's going to be February 13th, which is the end of the day this Sunday coming up. So you have the rest of this week and you have a weekend to get your matches in. So flying solo here tonight because everyone else was busy, so old Kong gets stuck with the administrative bureaucratic work, but that's fine. I don't think I can screw this up too bad, and if I do, I'm sure I'll hear from Dongo. And then he can fix everything that I broke. So, let me know, chat, are you there? Is there anyone in the chat who is in the Summit der Langrisser still, and you're just waiting and drooling to see who your opponent's going to be? Let me know. First, before we get into that really exciting stuff, we know who these players are going to be, so let's just get them sorted into the headline of their individual categories. So I'll get started spinning the wheel for the seeded players. And this is all official. Alright, so the first seeded player is going to be Tomato. Doing it the old-fashioned way. Then we got Maybari. These ones, like I said, are kind of the less interesting ones because they're not drawing opponents, so they're just going into categories. Then we got Mew. But once we start actually matching people up, then there's going to be some bitter tears and some hype. Next seeded player is going to be Arinoa. Pretty sure that is not how your username is spelled. Sanson. But I'm just a paper pusher here today, so I can't be blamed. I can't be blamed. Oh man, we got this super exciting music too. Chung, my guildmate. Spike, you're not dead yet. We'll find out how dead you are soon. Ichiao. And then we don't need to roll for the very last person, Will underscore. We know that's going to be Will underscore. All right, so let's load up the wheel with a bunch of these names now. Oh yeah, look at that huge, jam-packed, exciting wheel of excitement. We can fit everyone in here, can't we? Oh yeah, look at that. Now we're ready to see some dead picks. Okay. Before I go on and start rolling again, I will mention the donation link. You can easily donate directly through the Langrisser TSDL landing page. As it says here, the money prizes for the players who finish depends on the donations. So the more donations we get, the bigger and more exciting the prize payout for these super dedicated and awesome PvP players. So we do have a bunch of donations already. But obviously more donations equals more excitement and more enticement to come and play in these tournaments in the future. So if you haven't already, definitely drop by Langrisser Next, the TSDL page, and pop a donation. Any amount, big or small, doesn't matter, a few bucks. It all goes towards the players. Old Kong are definitely not taking any slice of that payment. So definitely helps the community and helps the tournament, so go ahead and drop a dono in there for them. All right, let's get started with drawing the first round of eliminations. And I guess we'll just go ahead and hit it and see who comes up first. Who's the lucky person to break the ice? It is going to be Loomis, the once and future co-pilot who's actually not here today. So let's get Loomis. Loomis. Numero uno. Numero unos. And who's going to be Loomis's opponent? Rayan, or Ryan, however you'd like your name to be pronounced. You are the person who gets to eliminate Loomis in the first round. An amazing honor. Let's proceed. Syrup. Let's get Syrup in there. And now let's find an opponent for Syrup. This guy. All right. Yeah, the only slice I'll be taking is every slice out of this wheel of names, fail art, don't worry. Okay, Katakuri. And Katakuri's opponent is going to be Ben325. Okay, so continuing onward. We have about 42 more names left. Hail. Oh, go figures that Tenacious would make a comment like that. All right, you're off the hook, fail art. Who is going to be Hale's opponent? Moondoggy. Oh, Very exciting main chord matchup. Where are you, Moondoggy? There you are. I found you. So the names in here that are highlighted in yellow are the players from the opening round robins who actually went undefeated. So it'll be very interesting and exciting to see who they match up against. All right, next up we've got Glass. Where are you at, Glass? This is the most unwieldy part of my job as a paper pusher. Copying and pasting of names. That's okay. It's exciting. I like it. Mr. Take It Easy. Another streamer. Gonna have some good content from his match. And next up, Play Faster, Please. All right, who are you getting, Play Faster, Please? Oh, it definitely could be automated, and some people in the admin team have basically said we should just shuffle the brackets, you know, using a website or using a... No, I got talking and I missed... Okay, that was Red Guy. But, yeah, like people have said, it's somewhat less exciting and less suspenseful, sorry. Some people like the idea of seeing live who they're going to have to fight against. Seeing your name come up and then all of a sudden, boom, there's an opponent for you. Terrifying. And it gives us an opportunity, Brogio, to kind of promote the tournament and the community a little bit more, especially since we're still looking for donations. Very important for the health of the tournament and the community. And we've got Jagger as your opponent. Where you at, Jagger? Hiding right behind my microphone. If the guy is red, he mains it. Alright, we've got B Guy coming in next. B Guy. Not Red Guy, not to be confused with Red Guy or many of the other guys. This is the B Guy. And who's B Guy's opponent going to be? Ronaldo. I actually don't know personally what the donations are up to. I don't know if I have access to that or if it's public on the Discord. If it is, I haven't looked at it in a bit. There are people much more responsible and less clownish than me who are in charge of the money. Trinhov. And Trinhov's opponent will be Red Wrath, also not to be confused with Red Guy. Much more wrathful version. V-Free. Alright, I know V-Free is the undefeated player from my group, Group J. Defeated everyone in my group, including me, Old Kong. Defeated by this guy. So let's see who V-Free's opponent is going to be. Meow Sensei, another of the undefeated players. Now this is where the random drawing really gets exciting. So we're going to have two of the undefeated players from the round robins going up against each other in the very first elimination round. Let's keep her rolling. Keep her spinning in this case. Looks like it's going to be Winged Kuriboh. And Winged's opponent is going to be Tenacious Rope. Old Rope. Another streamer. And I believe Rope is going to be streaming some of the match reviews from the round robins right after this bracket drawing as well. So he will have to think about his own games coming up and the games that he's watching. Alright, Alex DK. Where are you at, Alex DK? If I can't see them on a first pass, it's a safe bet they're hidden behind my microphone, hoping that their opponents won't come and find them. Let's see who Alex DK is going to get. Raven, 71. Okay, that is Raven. There you are. Raven versus Alex DK. All right, we are about halfway through, maybe just over halfway through. Still a lot of names on this wheel, my friends. Bless you. All right, Bless you. Bless you was another one of the undefeated players. Alright, so just to be clear, since I see people talking about terrifying groups in there, I did explain this a little bit at the beginning of the stream, but I'll go ahead and mention it again now. This whole column isn't necessarily the group that you have to worry about at the start. You're just playing a best of 3 match against the other person in your box, and then after that the brackets will proceed forward, so you'll fight, you know, the winner of the other brackets. But all you have to worry about is the name that you're paired with. That's your next opponent, and you have until the end of the day Sunday to get your match in against that opponent. So not as much work on your part, and then after this, the brackets will do all the work themselves. Like FailArt said, this is kind of the first exciting part, and then it'll be a bit automated after this. So let's get back in there and see who Bless You... excuse me, Bless Me. Who Bless You's opponent is going to be. It's going to be... The music even played the sound effect of this guy's name. Versus Bless You. FX Moon, welcome. Bless You, welcome. There you go. There's your opponent right in time. And now we've got Lumiere. And who is Lumiere's opponent going to be? Persona Grata. This music is definitely not getting super repetitive. It's staying just as exciting as it's always been. Campanella. Campa, there you are. Alright, let's see who Campa's opponent is going to be. It's going to be Esterification. Spike, you are hoping your name doesn't come up, or what? Tenquin is next. Tenquin was another undefeated player. So let's see. Maybe this is your time, Spike. Oh yeah, I can understand not wanting to go up against someone from your group again. So it is going to be Zuko. And where were you, Zuko? There you are. So Zuko versus the undefeated Tenquin. Now we've got SCL. Previous Summit der Langrisser champ, and undefeated in the round robins as well. So whoever spins up next on this list is in for quite a match. Young Blood. Young Bluxt. Get ready, Young Bluxt. Soda, I believe there were a decent chunk over 100. Because the top 2 from each group advanced, and that is 48 people. And there were, I think, there were around 5 people in every group. So, yeah, just over 100, I think. Pretty good turnout, pretty healthy turnout. And that is a good opportunity to mention the old donation link again. With this many players playing, climbing and clawing your way to the finals is a real achievement. So we want to make sure that the top players, the first and second and third place player, and maybe more depending on how many donations we get, we want to make sure that they feel really well compensated for their efforts. So if you've got a few bucks to spare, a little bit of coffee change, go ahead and go to the TSDL link on Wikigrisser and drop them a few bucks. All right, let's see who we've got up next. We've got King P. King P. And King P's opponent is going to be Leo Smart, one of the Russian strategy squad members who advanced from his largely Russian group in the round robins, I recall. And then Joshua Scott. Joshua Scott, there you are, right at the bottom of my list. And Joshua Scott's opponent, coming right up, Ravager. Ravager. I actually like this part, searching for names, because you guys in the chat, as much as you can see the name jumping right out at you, you can't point at it for me. You just have to suffer through. Sikaras the Ripper. Intimidating name. Who is gonna fight the Ripper and get ripped? It's Ease. Easy. Next up. Oh, that's going to be the winner of my tiebreak. So we were a three-way tie for second place. I've already played Yangus, and I still have to play Tranforce, and Tranforce has to play Yangus. Both of those games are happening tonight, but whoever wins is going to slot into this spot here. And our collective opponent, apologies in advance, Cash Edge, you don't exactly know specifically who your opponent is going to be yet, but it is going to be one of us, and you'll know after tonight exactly who that's going to be. So you'll be able to find that info on the Discord. And on the bracket link that's going to be updated by DC later. So Spike, it's your time. You've been waiting all this time for an opponent. All this time, and finally, the time has come. Who's left on this list? Oh, there's lots of strong players on this list, Spike. Whooper, Newbie, Vicelord, Kaze307, and Venorian. I don't know, Spike. Maybe waiting all this time to get an opponent didn't turn out to your advantage. Let's see what you got. It's going to be Whooper. Where are you at, Whooper? Down under, I know that much. There we go. Whooper v Spike. Another main chord matchup. Alright. 2 battles left to plan here. First is Venorian. Another famous Summit der Langrisser streamer, certainly from last season. Lots of very enthusiastic commentating from Venorian. So we'll get to see more of that this season, I'm sure, as the brackets progress. So this determines the last 2 brackets. Vicelord. Vicelord, another of the undefeated players from the opening round. Yellow highlighted names. Yep, those are the people who went undefeated in their group Straw. So in the round robins, all these yellow highlighted people, 4 wins, no losses. So we've just got Newbie and Kaze left. I'm not gonna leave them hanging. I'm gonna spin it for them too. Everyone deserves a spin. Everyone deserves a chance to get a spin. So Newbie, another undefeated player, and is going to be facing off against, you guessed it. There you go, Kaze. That's your spin. Kaze versus Newbie, and that rounds out the lineups for the brackets. This is the first elimination round, everyone. So just for anyone who wasn't here at the very beginning, these names up here are the people who ranked highly in the previous tournament. So they all get a bye into the next elimination round. They have to fight these no-name robots. And then your next opponent, whoever's watching, whoever you're in a box with, that's the person you're fighting next. You have a generous amount of time until the end of this Sunday coming. So that's like 5 or 6 days. I don't know what day it is right now. But tons of time to schedule a match against your opponent and get your best of 3 done. And that's pretty much it. Then the brackets on the website are going to take over from there. And you'll just get to see on the Discord and on the website who your next opponent is going to be. But this is the lineups for the first elimination round, and like I said, it looks like the only tiebreaker left to settle is the one between me, Tranforce, and Yangis, and that'll be done tonight. So Cash Edge, you'll know who your opponent is later on tonight. So before flipping over to Tenacious Rope's stream, he's going to be looking at some replays from the group stage, I will just harp on about the donations one last time. This is a community-driven effort. All the work of organizing the tournament is being done by community members. And it's just a bit of fun. Everyone wants to have fun playing games. It's a video game, and this is a pretty nice, tight-knit community. We're all very supportive. Even after you're done eliminating me from the playoffs or from a tournament like this, we all kind of get along and give each other hints and give each other advice. So this is one great way of supporting that community and keeping the community-driven tournaments and all the other sweet stuff that we're doing supported and active. So if you can spare even a few bucks, go to that link on Langrisser and help keep the tournament nice and healthy. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for bringing the hype to the stream. Thanks for watching me with this professional competitive spreadsheet setup. Stay tuned for more competitive Microsoft wording in the future. But I think we're going to get started with it looks like Rope is already online. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over to Rope's stream. I think I can raid. This is the first time ever doing this. But I think we can all just automatically pop over there and watch some group matches. So yeah, after all that spreadsheeting, I think it makes sense to actually see some people fighting each other. Take care, everyone.